This right here is All the Right
People.
All the Right People.
All the Right People is perfect title for this.
Aaron Lip,
Reed Grimm,
Colin Hauser, y'all.
Cassie,
Mr. Tom Bridwell.
Adam Pickrell,
Rob Fraboni.
Cass Haley, and you.
This was not scripted.
Love it. We're doing it.
This campers are rocking, don't come and knocking.
Good for you, getting the paradigms too.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening today. This is the Big Hope Podcast, and this is the All the Right People special series. And we're super excited to be doing this. We're here at Big Hope Farm. It's what day is it today?
the 19th, March 19th.
It's March 19th. I'm not sure when this is going to be out, but so you know, we're right in the middle of the whole Corona thing, and it's been pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, we started a quarantine before it all went down.
Totally.
To make this record.
Totally.
And then we just found ourselves in this amazing spot.
Ladies and gentlemen, that voice you hear right now, that amazing voice, that amazing personality is my good friend and co-creator, collaborator, the amazing Mr. Reed Grimm, all the way from Minneapolis, Minnesota, otherwise known as Uncle Reed.
Uncle Reed.
So Reed has been a huge part of the last couple years of my life and creative process, and we've played gigs together, and I've been inspired by his music and what he does, and Reed has been a big part of All the Right People and this whole album process and stuff. And today I wanted to just give you some backstory and talk with Reed about where we met, how this all happened, and learn a little bit about Reed as we go through this.
As we go through.
So on to it. So I met Reed. I met Reed during it was either Project Earth or Shangri-La.
Yeah.
Probably 2014.
Hey,
2013, 2014.
Yeah.
It's funny, on all of these podcasts,
Yeah.
I've been like, I should have got the dates down. You know what I mean? But I know
done the research.
Yeah, I just should have done the research. But it's been years.
Yeah.
We met, and that is there's a music group of people, a collective that do music festivals just south of Minneapolis. The whole Wookie Foot band and tribe, Mark Murphy, JoJo, and
Harmony Park.
They got the credit for bringing so many different people together, and you were one of the people that I was introduced from that whole family. I've fallen in love with so many people, and you're one of the people that I've fallen in love with there. So since then, Reed and I have played a lot of stages together and collaborated and done some traveling, and just it's been a cool friendship that we've developed and stuff. And for the first time I saw Reed play, actually the first time I heard Reed play, I was in a tent camping, and I'd heard about Reed Grimm, but I hadn't met Reed Grimm. I just heard about him and how there was some similarities with what we had been through in our careers and stuff. And all I heard was him beatboxing late at night. And I was behind the stage, and I was just like, I wish this would end. I wish that the beatboxing would end, because I wanted to go to sleep. And I think it was
like, get it out of my sphere.
I didn't have a camper, so I didn't have earplugs. And anyways, after that, meeting Reed and seeing Reed play, I was completely hypnotized by his embodiment of music and groove. And when I watched him play, I was like, my dad used to really say, stake your claim. Like when you're playing it, be a part of it, be in it, stake your claim with it.
Yes.
And you really exemplified that. That was like the thing that I noticed that was, to me, was sort of the first thing I noticed, was just how in it you were as far as the groove was concerned. And then I heard you sing, and I was like, oh my goodness, he has such a soulful voice. And then all the, as as I met you, just all the knowledge that you have about music and your musical education and everything that you got, it really seems like you have everything that you need. It's like you've got the schooling, you understand music, but you also have the soul and the embodiment. It seems like you've got your 10,000 hours in a long time ago.
There's so many things to put your 10,000 hours
so
in.
How did you get your 10,000 hours in? So where did the musical journey start for you, man?
Okay, I definitely had an incredible upbringing within music. My parents met in a show band in the 70s, in like 73, 74. They fell in love, got married, had kids, and then as they had the kids, they just added us to the show. This is, I've been asked.
Sort of like what we're trying to do.
Yeah, with Evan and Nola.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's so funny, this is definitely the journey that I've had, and this question always gets asked, it's like, how did it start? And it's like, this is actually how it started. Just what an incredible opportunity as a child to be not only like empowered by empowered people expressing themselves, and forging their own path, but also given the opportunity to do it myself. To
giving you that power, of creativity and being able to have performance and sort of,
and not only that, but also being on stage, just like, hey, here's the empowerment, but here's an opportunity to actually step into that, and
So you were on stage by the time you were what?
2.
2.
Yeah.
2 years old. What were you doing as a 2-year-old on stage?
Singing the alphabet song.
Yeah.
The old alphabet song. But then, graduated to Zippity Doo Dah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Your Mama Don't Dance and Your Daddy Don't Rock and Roll.
Oh, yeah.
And then I Got You, I Feel Good.
So you were
James
singing,
Brown.
you were leading songs.
Leading songs, as a 2, 3, 4, 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And they were like, just do you. It was never, oh, you need to do it this way, you need to do it that way. It was just go be you. You're fun. You're a little kid having fun.
Yeah.
This is the most entertaining thing of the whole show.
Totally.
It's just like
their fees definitely went up once you guys were born, right? It's like probably the popularity grew too.
Right. It's just an itty bitty kid just having fun. It's hard not to just love that.
So you started on stage leading songs with the family.
Yeah.
So when did you start playing instruments?
I took piano lessons, started maybe when I was like 9, something like that. And, just getting my hands on it. And I had messed around on the piano, but actually got lessons looking at sheet music and figuring it all out. And then from there, took those lessons. And then when I was in middle school, I started percussion. Actually, for my 12th birthday, my mom got me a Ludwig, old Ludwig Rockers kit that she got from someone. I don't even know who it was, but all of a sudden it was in the garage, and every day after school.
And you guys were you're from Wisconsin, correct?
Yes, Ellsworth, Wisconsin, the cheese curd capital.
Cheese curd capital. What's the population of Ellsworth?
Well, it's 2020, so a new census is happening.
When you were growing up,
but when I was growing up, it was like 2,400.
Oh,
2,800.
So it's real small.
Yeah. But it's
so Paris, Texas is like the big city compared to Ellsworth.
Oh yeah. We had one stoplight. We had a Dairy Queen, and man, when Subway came to town, that was a big deal. We felt like we were on the map.
Yeah.
But now there's a McDonald's, and now I don't know what life is.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's a different world.
It's a completely different world.
So you started playing drums in middle school. From there, where did your music take you? Were you ever able to be in bands in school, or were you pretty much consumed, like in your teenage years? Were you pretty much just wrapped up in the family group and the touring and stuff, or were you a part of like other musical collaborations growing up?
Okay, so when I turned 6, my parents actually divorced.
Okay.
Yeah, they split. And so then I stayed with my mom, and my dad went and traveled and did his thing, which is amazing. But I kind of had more of a traditional public school.
Okay.
I went to private
You
elementary
stopped.
school.
You really stopped touring with
Yeah.
the yeah.
Right, at 6. But then
That's
still,
funny, right?
Yeah.
You know, I retired from touring at the age of 6.
At the age of 6, ripe age of 6. Yeah, so did that, but then did private elementary school, Catholic elementary school, and then public middle school, and so then was in band, but I really got into jazz. Really started playing jazz and got into the big band, and it just hooked me. It's one of my favorite things of all time to play drums in a big band with, you have full trumpet section, saxes, trombones, and you just set up. You just set them up.
Yeah.
It's so fun. So did that in middle school, high school. Was also I started a band with some friends in high school the name ended up being Oxide.
Oxide. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's sort of like some of my first band names, Remedy.
Ooh.
Remedy was one of the names, and then let's see, what's some other the Ragamuffins. Those are some of my early band names.
Nice.
So what? At what age was Oxide formed?
Oxide, that was in the days of Korn, and that was I was like a freshman, sophomore in high school, so that would have been like around 2000. Yeah, that was it. But then that band, we had like 1, maybe 2 shows, but then was in a band called Awkward Silence.
Awkward Silence.
Awkward Silence.
What kind of group was that?
That was a trio, guitar, bass, drums, and the guitarist ended up marrying my cousin. He ended up, his name's Caleb Hawley.
Oh yeah,
Caleb Hawley.
Yeah, dude, what a badass.
Dude, super badass.
Yeah, he's great, man.
Exactly.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, and so we were in a band called Awkward Silence.
Which you introduced me to him.
Yeah, there it is.
And then after that, I went down the rabbit hole of the Caleb Hawley rabbit hole. What a soulful, funny, deep.
Yep.
All at the same time. Like his videos are all funny, but you can tell like he's like deep, soulful dude. But he always has some kind of like sort of comedy vibe thing going on with his videos.
Yeah. I feel like that's a good approach, to have levity within it all. You gotta have what has come to me as the essential laugh.
So Caleb grew up in the same city as you?
No, actually, a couple towns over, Hudson, Wisconsin, which is much bigger. I don't know the population there, but it's basically a suburb of the Twin Cities.
I heard some rumors that you grew up with some other pretty incredible musicians and were involved growing up and stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, there are.
I heard a rumor about Mr. Theo Katzman.
Oh,
so where did you meet Theo Katzman from Wolfpack?
Theo,
and all those dudes. Like,
guess where I met him? Harmony Park.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I met him at Harmony Park. He was in a band called My Dear Disco, which was this incredible electro pop dance band that had amazing songs. They had an image. They had a brand. I was in a band, Shoeless Revolution, and we were setting up on the main stage, and they were playing on the side stage, and it was just like music that never gets performed at Harmony Park. And we're like, who the hell is this? So we quick set up, we go over, and they each one of them, there was like 7 of them in the band. Joey Dosick was also in the band.
Okay.
And each one of them had a different color scheme going on. They all had headbands, and each one of them had on their shirt was like a different piece of a stereo, like a play button, pause, fast forward, all that. And so they're crushing. We're like, damn, love this band. We go to set up and we go to play. And then as we're playing, I look out in the audience and I see some of the members watching us, and they're digging it. And then afterwards, I hear from Theo and the other guys. So some of the members came and watched us, And then they went back, and Theo was actually still on the side stage while we were playing. And some of the band members went up to him like, man, you got to check out this drummer. And then Theo's like, yeah, and the singer. And the member was like, it's the same guy. Like, what?
That's awesome.
So then we ended up connecting then because he's a singing drummer as well. And so
Yeah.
we really,
So was
really
he singing and
bonded.
playing drums in that group?
no, he was playing guitar.
He's playing guitar.
Playing
Dude
guitar.
plays everything, right?
Dude is everything.
Yeah, he is wacko good.
Man,
yeah,
man.
he blows my mind.
Just what a.
There's not
what
a
an
lot of people
incredible-
like he's probably one of my he's probably one of my favorite like talents that I've heard in the last 10 years. As far as somebody where everything that I watch that he does,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not sitting around listening to him all the time, but
but
I
you-
could
yeah,
because
absolutely.
everything I hear is so good.
It's
so
so
good.
and
And
it's
it's so soulful and so song centered, and the playing is just so good. It's just it's really great.
it really is.
So you've had, I mean, and there's so much to talk about, and you've got so many amazing people in your life, and I know from all your friends and stuff, and I wish we had a bunch more time, and we'll do
We
this
will,
again. There'll be
absolutely.
volume 2.
Oh sure,
So like
just scratching
to talk
surface.
about, moving forward, like moving on to like all the right people and you being involved in this project. You've been a huge part in this whole thing. You're playing drums on the album. We've been arranging these songs together. You've co-written a few of the songs as well.
Yeah.
Even some of your personal stories are involved in some of these tunes.
Yeah.
And so what has the experience been like for you, being involved in this project?
Oh man, it's like All the Right People is perfect title for this, because being in a creative experience where you have the fire, like the seed, the spark of the intention, which is you bringing like. I think I heard someone talk about like comparing you to Steve Jobs.
I was comparing Cassie to Steve Jobs.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's it. Really utilizing people's strengths to come through, and depending on the project, whatever it is, it's like, what is the intention of said project? And because this project is music and it's heartfelt, and it's not just music, not bubblegum music just to money grab.
Yeah.
It's just you can write songs to make money specifically, that there's formulas and sonic sounds and things and all that stuff. But this is much deeper, much more organic. We didn't use a click. We really listened to each other. We didn't use headphones. We're all recording in the same room.
Yeah. A lot of that, for Boney, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rob Fraboni.
That's what he brings to the situation, is
Yeah.
encouraging those kind of methods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more human. It's bringing the human back into the music, where music is now so easily accessible and it's easily made on, everyone has a computer and a home studio, and so it's these you can just get these stock sounds and beats and clicks, and it can just be really just streamlined.
It's easy to lose the life out of it too, and it's amazing when people are able to make records like that do have life, because it happens.
Yeah.
Man. It's just it's a different thing, and it's I've always I'm so excited that you're a part of this whole thing, and you really helped bring the whole thing together. And it's an honor to work with somebody who's as talented as you, but also is as humble and as open as you are. And it really like you have a very, very special, group of qualities that aren't in a lot of people, whereas somebody's as talented as you is usually not as open and a team player like you are, you know what I mean? So it's been really wonderful having you here. We felt tons of support by everything that you've done. And I can't wait for people to hear your writing, your arranging, your playing on this whole thing, and just looking forward to, zipping this project up today. And
Yeah.
man, if I have one last question for you, because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
So give me 3 words that sort of describe the album? Just any 3 words.
Any 3 words?
Any 3 words to describe the album. First things that come.
Intentional. Connected.
One more.
One more. How can you do it? True expression. Deep incarnated truth. Just fucking
Intentional.
excuse my language.
Connected.
Grounded.
Expression.
Yeah.
Grounded.
Grounded.
We've got 4.
Yeah, that's it.
Reed, thank you so much, man. Thank you for being a part of this. I love you. I'm honored and can't wait to, just keep on co-creating and what is it? Currently creating.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's coming. You don't know, but it's coming. It's actually already happening.
It's here.
It's here. We are currently creating this podcast. Brother, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you guys for listening to the Big Hope Podcast. All the right people. Woo. Everybody read Grimm. We'll see you next time. Thanks a bunch. Goodbye. Woo.